Vladimir Tarasenko is a name synonymous with elite goal scoring and dynamic playmaking in the NHL. From his early days with the St. Louis Blues to hoisting the Stanley Cup in 2019, to most recently this past season, Tarasenko has been a name considered by one of the most dangerous offensive weapons. Fast forward to the 2024 offseason, and the Detroit Red Wings took a chance on the veteran winger, signing him to a 2-year, $9.5 million contract. The hope was that he could provide secondary scoring and veteran leadership to a young and hungry Red Wings team looking to make serious playoff push. But as we approach the trade deadline, things haven't gone quite as planned. Through 53 games, Tarasenko has recorded just 7 goals and 15 assists for 22 points. While he's still a solid playmaker, his goal-scoring numbers are way down, raising concerns about whether he can still be a consistent offensive threat. Given Detroit's current position in the standings and Tarasenko's production, there's growing speculation that Steve Yzerman and the Red Wings could look into moving the veteran winger before the trade deadline. According to multiple sources, including NHL insider Elliotte Friedman, Tarasenko's name has been floating around as a potential trade piece.
It's just, if you look at how they've gone, he's sort of the one guy that has been the odd fit. And he has a no-trade clause, so ultimately he has control. But I think, I was talking to some people who see the Red Wings a bit more than I do, and they weren't surprised to hear that, in the sense that, as the team's gotten better and some players have started to play better, it has still been a bit of a square peg in a round hole for Tarasenko. I think there's an understanding that this has been a harder fit than everybody expected. And I've just been told in a couple of different places, don't be surprised if something happens here, because it's a lot of good vibes with the Red Wings, but not in this particular case.
So why would the Red Wings move on from him? The answer is simple: asset management. While Tarasenko isn't set to become an unrestricted free agent until the end of the 2025-26 season, Detroit risks losing him for nothing. With interest in him now, it may make sense to move on from him. And with younger players like Elmer Soderblom, Marco Kasper, and Jonathan Berger needing bigger roles, moving on from Tarasenko could open up opportunities for their development. Now let's get into 3 potential trade destinations for Vladimir Tarasenko. Remember, this is just a mock trade and not a legit rumor or anything linking these players to Detroit. Just a fun idea that can create some debate in the comments section. But let's get started on the first of 3 trades I thought of. Starting with the Dallas Stars. Currently one of the top teams in the Western Conference, Dallas is looking to add more scoring depth for a deep playoff run. While their top line is solid, with the injury to Tyler Seguin being out for some time, the Stars could use a proven veteran like Tarasenko in their middle 6, especially if they want to spread out their offensive production. The trade would look like this: Detroit sends over Tarasenko and a 2025 third-round pick. Coming back to Detroit is young prospect Logan Stankoven and a 2025 second-round pick. This deal could work well for both teams. Dallas gets a veteran scorer to boost their playoff chances, as well as a draft pick, while Detroit adds a valuable draft pick and a highly skilled prospect in Stankoven, a young forward with top 6 potential who can play on the right side. Logan has been up and down the Stars lineup this season, and if Dallas has plans at taking a shot at the Stanley Cup this year, they may move the young talent for more veteran experience. Next, we have the Colorado Avalanche. The Avs are perennial contenders, but their secondary scoring has been an issue this season. Adding Tarasenko to their second or third line would give them an experienced winger who can produce in high-pressure situations. Plus, he could help on the power play. The Avs could possibly look at moving on from Jonathan Drouin. Drouin has 1 year remaining on a $2.5 million cap hit, and with more and more rumors of Crosby potentially leaving Pittsburgh at the deadline to play alongside Nathan MacKinnon, it's possible Drouin could be shopped. Although it ended badly in Tampa Bay, Steve Yzerman did draft Jonathan Drouin. It's possible the Red Wings could be interested in adding Drouin's playmaking and speed to the Red Wings' top 9. Colorado is known for making aggressive moves at the deadline, and while it's unlikely they give up a player like Drouin, they might consider moving him if they're confident they can win another Stanley Cup this season. And finally, I have the Los Angeles Kings. The Kings are in a tight battle for playoff positioning and need more scoring depth to keep up with teams like Edmonton and Vegas. Tarasenko's experience would be valuable in their top 9, and his playoff track record makes him an attractive trade target. The trade would be Detroit getting young prospect Alex Turcotte for Tarasenko and a 2025 second-round pick. Los Angeles gets a proven goal scorer and a draft pick, while Detroit picks up a high-ceiling prospect in Alex Turcotte, who hasn't quite found his footing in the NHL yet, but still has potential. But one major obstacle in any potential trade is Tarasenko's full no-trade clause. This means he has complete control over where he goes. If he doesn't want to leave Detroit, he won't be moved. However, if he wants another shot at the Stanley Cup, he might waive it for a legitimate chance. Now, let's flip the conversation. Should the Red Wings even trade Tarasenko? Despite his low numbers, he still brings valuable experience and leadership to the Red Wings core. And if Detroit makes the playoffs, he could add a key piece in the first-round series. If Steve Yzerman believes Detroit can make a deep playoff run, keeping Tarasenko could be worth it. But if the Red Wings are on the bubble, flipping him for assets might be the smarter long-term move. As the trade deadline looms, all eyes are on Detroit and Vladimir Tarasenko. Will the Red Wings move on from the veteran forward, or will they hold on to him for their playoff push? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this type of video, let me know by leaving a like and subscribe for future Red Wing videos. Hope everyone has a great one, and as always, let's go Red Wings.